Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Todd, another high-scoring victory against Edinburgh tonight, but I wonder if we can, before we talk about that, if we can jump back to Tuesday night and the game against Belfast, and just your take on that.
Yeah, I think that I'm pretty sure everybody must be well aware that we were very disappointed about our performance in Belfast. We discussed it as a group, and once it happened, we tried to put it behind us. We talked about it and said, look, we can't do anything about that now. We have to move on and concentrate on league and conference. But it was a case of two early mistakes cost us 2 goals. It's a hell of a hockey team over there, especially in that building. And I think we're guilty of our heads dropping. And once that happens, it's really difficult to turn it back on again. We move forward, and I don't even think tonight was our best performance, but we certainly did enough to win a hockey game tonight.
And you're missing Carlo Finucci obviously tonight, you're missing Shane Stockton as well, but a new body in the building in the shape of Brady Ramsey.
Yeah, we've been just discussing or talking to Brady for a number of weeks now. It was something that we pushed hard for and got the go-ahead. And as soon as we did that, Brady was right on board. I had a number of very productive discussions with him, and he sounded like exactly what we needed. Seemed like the exact type of guy that we have in that dressing room. And I'm sure you've seen tonight that although he's not in game shape, he fit in very well.
It's quite a vote of confidence from the directors that they're willing to put their hands in the pocket and provide that cover.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I sometimes I don't think they always get the credit they deserve, because they always give us the green light to put together a competitive team. And you have to remember, this probably goes against the organization's ethos of having 15 imports in. Because they probably like to see it go the other way. And you and I have had a number of discussions on this. They also recognize that they have an exceptional group and a hard-working group, and it would be a shame in the second half where the team didn't do the scheduling. It had nothing to do with them. It's a very busy, and everybody knows if you have multiple weeks of 3-3, that sickness, injury, fatigue, it all kicks in. So, I'm thankful for the fact that they allowed us to make that decision, and hopefully we reap the benefits from it.
Very interesting to see this week a lot of mind games starting from some of the other teams that are in title contention over the Flyers' chances of winning the league.
See, the beauty of that is I don't even look at it, and our guys are a young group that are having fun. I mean, and they grew up in that era, of social media, and it just rolls off their backs now. So, whatever.
Tonight's game was one of these games that kind of had something for everybody. I think there's probably a lot of people thought, it's an Edinburgh game, we won't turn out. But, I mean, there was plenty of goals and plenty of fights as well. Guys not afraid to stand up for their teammates when they're going to look tough.
Yeah, it was... I mean, I think that it probably could have been avoided, but it wasn't. We've always had a team since that Scottish Cup we had at the start of the year. You know that this team is more than capable of standing up for each other, and they want to. So great. I don't think that we played particularly well tonight. But once again, I'll say to you that good teams find a way to win hockey games and dial it up when they need to. We need to be a lot better tomorrow. I've discussed that with them. But it's funny, as coaches, and I'm sure fans, we demand that the level is here constantly. It's very tough to do that over a 60-game season, So they show up for the big games. They know that. We didn't want to slip up tonight. I know Andy had to make a number of key saves. Else that scoreline would have looked different tonight. We're accustomed to him doing that, and he doesn't disappoint tonight. But like I said, we need to be better tomorrow.
Tommy Muir, man of the match this evening, and I think he picked the biggest guy in the rink to go after tonight as well.
Doesn't he always, though? Look, like Tommy's performances are probably a lot of the time pretty understated, and he probably wouldn't even want us talking about him right now. He's just that kind of guy. He just goes out there, does the business, and takes on what needs to be taken on. He's a defensive defenseman, so it's not flashy, it's not pretty, but he goes out there and does the jobs, and he does a difficult job because not everybody wants to go out there and fight the biggest guy in the ice. But Tommy's done that over all the years he's played for the Flyers.
You're off to Coventry tomorrow night, and you seem to have had the edge on Coventry all season, but it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, they have a great team there, and I said in an interview, certainly over the last couple of weeks, that certainly the top 10 in the league are capable of beating anybody. I mean, even Edinburgh are going through their troubles right now, and it's unfortunate because it's a city crying out for a team that's competitive. They're right across from the water from us. It would be great if you had a team that was equivalent, better, right the same. I mean, it would just increase another rivalry in Scotland. But hopefully they turn that around. But every other team, you see the results. They're beating each other on a nightly basis. So we just got to worry about ourselves and keep focused.
And just finally, obviously you get Carlo back tomorrow night, I think. Shane Stockton, how's he looking at the moment?
Yeah, he took a bad knock in Braehead. It's unfortunate. Shane was really coming onto a game since a injury earlier in the season. He's a big part of our squad and scores big goals for this team. Not only that, his contribution throughout is big for us. Fortunately, we had injury cover signed before, or we're certainly talking to him before the injury occurred, and we couldn't get him in for Tuesday, so we were short. But I'm hoping this isn't long term. I'd like a little healthy competition in the lineup. I think it ups everybody's game, and in the schedule where it does get busy, it would probably be good to rest some guys every once in a while.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.